look what I can do. Gloop, 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 gloop. I'm a fish. Gloop. Hey everybody, Shawn here with the Technophiles Newscast. Last week we talked about some eco-friendly tech that was coming out, and seeing as it's still somewhat early in spring, we felt it appropriate to keep that trend going and share with you some cool green tech. An architectural firm has created a beautiful model of a city inside of a crater. The crater in question is in the Mirny Industrial Zone in Siberia. It measures 1 kilometer across and 550 meters deep. Oh, and that crater? Man-made. The idea behind the project from architectural studio A.B. Ellis is to take this crater, once one of the world's largest quarries and since abandoned, and turn it into a thriving, self-sustainable city. Put some plants over here, some buildings in concentric circles there, a little bit of elbow grease, and something seems to be missing. Oh, I got it. How about a gigantic dome made of photovoltaic cells that powers the entire city? That is actually a thing. Like, that's not a joke. They are seriously wanting to do that. It's amazing. There are many such craters like this around the world, and if the team could make this happen, we could turn all of those craters into projects like this, taking barren, unusable wastelands and turning them into thriving biodome-like mini ecosystems. A Chinese research team has found a new use for the wonder material graphene. If you run salt water over it, it generates an electrical current. A lot of electricity is generated every year by water, which is great because it's renewable. However, it does have its drawbacks. Because hydroelectricity is only really feasible on large scales, it often disrupts ecosystems. Hydroelectric plants sit on rivers, which can impede the flow of water, creating large buildups and destroying ecosystems and displacing animals. This new trait of graphene could be a solution to that problem. The Chinese research team proved that this technology is scalable, and the faster you drag water across the surface of graphene, the larger the voltage is created. When you drag water across the surface rather than funneling it through some mechanical process, the flow of water is not necessarily impeded. One salmon was quoted as saying, "Awesome. This makes migrating upriver to spawn and die several days later way easier." Gloop, gloop. In space news, an old spacecraft called the ISEE-3, once used for monitoring solar winds and gathering info on comets, is going to be making a flyby near Earth. Sadly, they don't have the budget or the time to bring the old boy back online. But a couple of citizen scientists by the name of Keith Cowing and Dennis Wingo are looking to bring that puppy back online and put it to use once more. Cowing and Wingo propose putting the ISEE-3 back in its Lagrange point between the Earth and the Sun. Its function could be as simple as a calibration point for telescopes. If its onboard systems are still functional, it could start monitoring solar winds once again. At the very least, the team is hoping that they can inspire others and show that you don't need the entirety of NASA in order to do something magnificent in space. In order to complete this, they've turned to crowdfunding. The team launched a project on RocketHub seeking $125,000 in funding. This will cover overhead, the use of a telescope large enough to contact the ISEE-3, and an emulator that mimics the 1970s communication hardware. Good luck, guys, and in my experience, Kerbal's space program doesn't really translate well to the real world. Might I suggest a Minecraft mod, or I hear that Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is coming out soon? Maybe, if that's out in time, use that. I would highly recommend it. A team of scientists have created a way to make a robot using nothing but paper and $20 worth of electronics. The way it works is that you pick up a few cheap component parts. Then, based on the design of your component parts, you download a design, print it out, cut it out, assemble it, and then you can turn it into your own cute little robot. The aim of the team is to make robots accessible to households and to provide a cheap education tool for schools. People already make costumes out of paper that are highly complex and have moving parts. Perhaps with that same ingenuity, we could see this project evolve into something much, much larger. Paper Jaggers, anybody? Our last story comes from Kickstarter, and it's a project titled the Mini Mobile Robotic Printer. A team from Jerusalem has created a little robot that tracks across a page and prints simultaneously. The robot's a little bit bigger than a closed fist, and prints at about a rate of 1 page per minute. By connecting the little printer wirelessly to your phone or PC, no Mac love, really, you can print up to 1,000 pages before having to replace the ink cartridge. I imagine this could be a businessman's lifesaver. Forget a page at the office, print it in your car. Forget a page of that contract, print it on the spot. Spill coffee on your TPS report? Yeah, who cares? Those things don't matter anyway. The team hit their goal of $400,000 of funding over the weekend. You can go to their campaign page and pick one up for just $200. That is it for the Technophiles Newscast. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share. This video was made with the help of these gracious people. You can also find us all over the tubes on Twitter at TechnopilesPod, Facebook, facebook.com/TechnopilesPodcast, and at our website, technophilespodcast.com. If you'd like to keep learning and getting smarter with us and learning about all the newest technologies, you can subscribe at youtube.com/Technophilespodcast. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time. You like the video? Go watch them over there. Or you can watch me be a fish. Cool. Either way.